happened for you guys in the third quarter?
I just think we didn't sustain the level of focus and energy that we had in that second quarter. I think it was they pretty much dominated the first quarter. We dominated the second quarter, and then I think in their locker room they saying we got to have a big start to the third, and we did it in the first quarter, and they came out and they just picked up the pressure, picked up the aggressiveness, and it was almost like we just expected them to lay down, and I think at the start of the quarter they were trying to be aggressive, but they were definitely feeling it out. Like if this keeps going, we could have got them to just maybe play something halfway through the third or play the third and then be done with it if we would have kept doing what we had been doing, but we didn't. And, they got some momentum and they cut it to I think it got to about 16 or 14 or something like that in the third quarter, and they started to believe, and we just didn't handle it well. And, they just kept picking it up more and more and more, and was able to, obviously come back and take the game.
Beyond the Lakers' intensity, what changed for you guys offensively to go from being in that group to having that kind of a run into the third quarter? Because you guys were getting what you wanted on multiple levels, and then it all went away.
I think in the first half we was getting stops. We had some success with our zone. We weren't taking the ball out the net, jumping it in. It was like coming off the rim, getting deflections. We were rebounding the ball, and we was just pushing it out. They're a team that likes to play in transition. They like to play with pace, and most of the time, teams that prefer that and that do that well, they don't get back well. And I think in the first half, we kept putting them in that position where we were on a string defensively in that second quarter. We rebounded well out of it, and once we were pushing it back at them, they just we had them out of sorts, and we was getting to the rim, we was getting threes, and it was all quality possessions because we weren't taking the ball out of the net as much. And I think in that third quarter, they pretty much came out and they they got off to a better start than we did. They built some confidence, and they stuck to that. They just kept getting more and more aggressive.
Big picture, I don't think what's happening is like what you envisioned or what you want. Do you see it as an easy fix or something you just need to ride out and have patience?
Nothing is ever an easy fix. I don't think anything is ever just an easy fix in the NBA. A lot of things have to be lined up. A lot of things have to align, whether that's chemistry, pieces fitting together, guys caring, how much it matters. So I don't ever think it's just like, oh, let's do this, and then you fix all your problems. It's especially in how we're struggling right now is usually a little bit deeper than that. You got to try to find some solutions. What could we do better? Maybe you run a list down of like, where are we struggling? Why are we bleeding like this? You know what I mean? And then you try to figure out your way out of it. But it's tough. I don't know how else to describe it. It's definitely not how I saw things happening. I think the bright side of it is it seems like if you win 3 games in a row, you in the mix with everybody, So the way I'm looking at it is it's a lot of teams that didn't see the season going this way. But like I said last time, the scary thing is a lot of those teams are they putting wins together, and they're playing better basketball. And for us, we had the 2 wins against Dallas, and then, we've dropped, we lose the Orlando game, we lose the other night, we lose this one. So, it's just tough.
You mentioned there's a lot of things you have to look at,
Yeah.
and then chemistry and carrying.
Yeah.
How would you say you guys are on chemistry and carrying?
I think our chemistry is pretty good. I think just when you talk about on the floor, when we're on the floor, our chemistry and how well we read each other and, how we play off of each other, I think it's been good, but the teams that are winning a lot of games, they're able to sustain it and do it all the time and do it at different parts of the game. When things are going bad, they're able to find things like, okay, I need to get in the pocket right here, make sure, you space in the corner. We can kind of direct traffic ourselves and govern ourselves and figure it out, when you're that connected, you can figure it out while you're in the hit, while the team is on the run. You can communicate amongst yourselves, and just kind of regain control of the game. And I think for us right now, offensively and defensively, we just don't have that all the time. We look into the sideline and, looking for direction. And I think when we can get to the point where we can just, govern ourselves and figure things out for ourselves while we're in the middle of it sometimes, I think that would help us.
I know you've always been sensitive about trading deadline because you
Yeah.
don't want to say, hey, I want to dictate what
Yeah.
goes on with these guys' lives. But still, you've also been very vocal about, I want to win.
Yeah.
And obviously your window is shrinking.
Yeah.
Are you hoping or anticipating that you guys will be active in the next couple of weeks?
I want us to be in the best position to win. My job is to play point guard and to be prepared and go out there and do what I do. And everybody has a job. And right now we're not winning. Right now we haven't been consistent. But it's not my job to say who goes where or what needs to happen as far as the roster. That's not my job. But what I will say is right now we're not getting it done. So I do want to win. I don't think it's no secret that I want to win, and I think we gotta do whatever we have to do to be in a position to win. I think that's the point of us showing up is to give ourselves the best chance to win. So I'm all for whatever that means.
To get to where you're talking about, seems like a lot of moving parts and things that have to come together, and that requires a certain amount of patience. How much more patience do you have?
I'm confused at why y'all asking me these questions right now, honestly. I respect it, but, the bottom line is, we at the midway point of the season, and we struggling right now. We not playing really well. We've been in a lot of these games. None of these games are just like we getting blown away. So I think as far as basketball goes, there are things we can do to be better, and we win some of these games. But I think I watch a lot of NBA games. I'm looking around the league, and there's maybe one or two teams that when I watch them, I'm like, man, that's a dangerous team. But I'm not just looking around like nobody can be beat. So, I think for people that are just on the outside looking in, the problems, the struggles that we've had are obvious. But I don't think it's fair for y'all to be asking me these questions right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that's kind of a weak move. Our team is struggling, and I've been transparent about our struggles and stuff that we could do better. But y'all putting me in a position to answer questions that I don't think is cool, man.
Well, because a lot of this organization operates on your timeline.
I understand that. No, I understand that, but there's people that you can ask those questions too. You know what I mean? And even if it is on me or whatever, they could answer your questions. So even if they did ask me a question and I gave them my opinion, I'm sure they're going to give you whatever answer that they give you based on what reality is. But I'm saying I don't think it's cool for y'all to be putting me in that position, especially after a tough loss, we in a tough stretch. Like, that ain't cool, you know what I mean? And I answer all y'all questions. And, y'all, to me, that feels like just a lack of respect to put me in that position. But
It sounds like,
Last one, guys.
it sounds like because of the close games, because you guys feel like you're right there, you still feel confident in this group that you guys can dig yourself out of this hole.
I mean, y'all know I'm always feel confident about coming out of it. But I also think, you can be right there for 10 more games. You can be saying that for 20 more games. We right there, But at the end of the day, you got to come out on the other side. You rather learn in wins. You want to learn in games that you win. So we are right there. You know what I'm saying? We was up 25 points. But then that part about staying sharp and finishing games, we weren't able to do, and it led to a loss. So, it's a lot of teams that can say we right there, but you can still continue to lose games until you just decide to be there, And right now we not there.